Hey friends, this is the Flower House building set. This is set number DG9020 with 780 pieces with a lighting kit. The box itself has a sticker on it that says Flycites. Maybe it's a typo, maybe they meant cities or kites, I don't really know, but it says Flycites. And that's the only brand I see on here, so that's what we're working with. And what you see is a garden house. It has skylights on both sides, interior, and it has lights. It has this menu board. The menu board actually is names of flowers that are on here, so I imagine that this is actually a house where they are selling flowers out of. There, everything feels kind of real world except for these. There's two of these like giant, I don't know what these are, sunflowers maybe, and there's animals, birdhouse, that kind of thing. But what we'll do is we'll look at these bags, we'll look at the instructions real quick, and then I will show you that they actually made errors and tried to fix those errors. So they come in bags, and so this was bag one. It came in a bag that looked like this. So these are all bag one, this is bag two, bag three. And the parts that you see, they're compatible with Lego, and the colors and the part types, they should be familiar. There are new types of colors for parts that I haven't seen before. For example, that particular gate piece in I want to say that's a light nougat. Haven't seen that before. That's unusual. And here's bag two. There's a lot of the white parts for the structure itself. And then in bag one, these are more parts specifically for building it up. And then there's one bag that is all your larger plates. And these plastic sprues have the smaller items like flowers and other details that you have to pop off of there. Let's look also at the lighting kit. It does come with the lighting kit. It is one of these 2x4 style bricks, and it comes with batteries, and you just pull the isolator, flip the little switch, and then these 2x4 LEDs will come on. So there's two of those. Let's open that up. Let's see if we can do it. And we can see what it looks like. That's good news. A lot of these lighting kits, it's just a light string. That's my least favorite kind. It's the laziest way to do lighting. It's just to give you a string that you have to weave around the build. But here we're looking at 2x4s with LEDs on the bottom, 2 per each. So here's the little insulator. Pull that out. And then here's the switch. So right there, there you go. So then the idea is that these go in the underside of the roof, and then they will send light down to whatever's underneath it. So in this case, it'll be the interior of the flower house. So that's the light kit. And here's the stickers. So it's okay sticker sheet, not a ton of stickers, which is fine. And as far as I can tell, they don't make you put these stickers across multiple sub builds, which I appreciate when they think of that. So right away when I opened the instructions came in this bag with these parts. So these parts were separate from all the other part bags, which usually is a signal that they made a mistake. And so sure enough, they included this sheet that is basically a, hey, we made a mistake. Please replace parts with these other parts. And they have specific step numbers where they're telling you what to do instead. So they've actually printed them out for you. And so my understanding is these are replacement steps once you go through this book. And we'll go to those steps and you'll see what they've done to manage that. So it's got a matte finish. There's the instruction book. You go in and right off the bat, they tell you what you're building per step. And this foundation of it is actually quite thick. I think that's cool because it's a couple plates high, right all the way around. And then as you get to the house itself and the foundation of the house, it's built up at least one brick and another plate on top of that. So What that means is for some of these builds, I've seen them just kind of cheap out and they do they just do one single plate around the outside. And when you go to pick it up or move it, these plates along that edge, they always break off. And here, I don't think that's going to happen because they've reinforced it. The house itself is reinforced. So once you build this up, I'm expecting it to be pretty beefy. And it may even have some weight to it when you're picking it up, and when you're displaying it and moving it, you'll be able to feel the heft, and it'll probably feel quite durable as a structure. So you can see here how it's being built up. And so now check this out. Here are some of those instructions where they've made mistakes. So it actually has a sticker. I can feel that this is a sticker, and they've stuck the sticker over what looks like maybe some parts that they're telling you to use. And so I'll read like one of them. It says, please replace parts in step 62, 65, 67, etc. with a bag called replacement brick. We apologize for the inconvenience. So it says that on all of the stickers. They all say that. So use the bag called replacement brick. And there is no bag that's called replacement brick. But at least they tried, right? And you can see here additional building up that roof. Here's another one of those stickers where they had an error, and on they go, right? So, and then I'll show you where, oh, I misspoke. So this right here is one of the places where you put a sticker, and you can see it's three parts. So you are being asked to put a sticker across multiple builds. And then going into it, here's where the light brick goes. So those 1x4s go onto the underside of the roof, and here's them wired out to the box, the battery box, and the battery box is actually hidden. If I can turn the page, it actually goes right here, and then it is hidden underneath this table that has the sunflowers. So sunflower, a couple things on top of it, and then the battery box is kind of tucked under there. So good for them to integrate it in there to try and hide it. I've seen some builds where they just let the battery box just sit there out in the open, which is kind of a lazy way of handling it. As far as these parts go, I don't understand their instructions really. I think I'd have to go into it, start building it before I understood what they're trying to accomplish. On the surface, it almost sounds like they're just telling you to do a color swap, but I don't really understand what that means. So I need to understand, did they go through all this effort just to change colors? But there's also these parts too, which have a bracket so